Well, we are starting this vlog off with a bang. I'm doing some overdubbing here because I dropped my camera 2 days before this day on the rocky coast of Oregon, and it was acting up for several days. It finally has recovered, but in this clip it didn't record any sound at all. And that's very odd because it's the only one where it didn't do that. Everything else in this video is audio that I recorded on that day, or stuff I'm overdubbing now because I didn't record audio on purpose. So all that to say, this was day 3 of my mom's visit to come see us in Oregon. It was her first time up here since we moved. And on this day, I'm in Lake Oswego, which is where we live, and we are at the farmer's market, which is a Saturday market that happens seasonally in some of the warmer months. This was one of the last times we were able to visit, and I'm so glad we got to take her on this day because there were lots of vendors and lots of really beautiful things to look at and buy. And I'm about to take you around and show you some of that. Hope you enjoy. Right, here are some of the plants that were there. So there were plant vendors, there were food vendors, there is like food truck kind of stuff, there's live music for some of it, and oh, it was peach season and everything just looked so beautiful and delicious, except the mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms, but there were so many of them. They're pretty to look at. We did get some of those pastries. They were fabulous too. There was one vendor that had purple bell peppers. Have you guys ever heard of that? I hadn't. And here I'm about to ask Paul how he is enjoying the farmer's market. So what do you think of the farmer's market? So far, Paul?
I don't know where to start. I mean, it's like I want to bring the whole wagon,
yeah,
you know, and just pile it up. I mean, these apples, they have these Gala apples and all these apples, Honeycrisp apples, but they look so different from the ones down in Houston. They're smaller, and I'm sure they're, you know, they're organic or whatever, and they're probably picked right off the trees without any wax on them or anything.
Right.
So I'm really looking forward to starting to eat apples again. I kind of got out of that.
Okay.
I need my apples.
Oh, this booth was so beautiful, and my mom wanted to get something so badly, but she couldn't take it home with her. Look at those flowers, and they were so inexpensive. That big bouquet there was only maybe $40. This is a little downtown area and some of the booths at the farmer's market, and it was kind of expansive. Oh, those grapes were just amazing. You got to taste some. They had samples. They were the best grapes I've ever eaten in my life besides wine. Well, we had to make a stop at the Portland Leather Goods outlet, and my mom picked up a few things, so we'll show you those later. She also got her picture with Pixie, so I'll insert that here. Good times. I didn't film inside. If you want to see inside, I will link below the vlog where I filmed inside earlier this year. We're now at our first stop of the day after the other stops that we already made, but our first nature-y stop. And this is up on the Lewis and Clark Trail. There's a state park here, and they've got this beautiful river with that bridge. My mom sent me a picture of a river with a bridge like this and said, "Take me there." And I said, well, I don't know where that one is, but I know something that looks very similar to it, and I've already planned to take you there, so we're here now. There's a puppy getting in the water for what I'm guessing is the first time. He's a little timid about it. Like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Mom is out there calling him. Oh, there he goes. Oh my goodness, he's swimming. Oh, how cute. And she's walking away. There she goes. She finally got him. Oh, how cute. We just heard a train, so we're wondering if it's going to come across the bridge here. It sounds like it's getting closer. How cool is that? It's a working bridge. I wonder what it sounds like. There are people under the bridge in the water over there. I wonder what it sounds like under the bridge. Someday we'll find out. But today is not the day, because we have more wonderful things to do. Can you even see me under this hat? Our next stop is here. We're at the Women's Forum. That's what it's called. It's an overlook over the Columbia River. Let me give you a better shot of it that I'm not in. That's better, huh? Also, this place is a stop that you can make. It's an overlook. You access these via the Columbia River Historic Highway. So you have to make sure you look for that, because there's like Highway 84, I think, that's a more modern highway that runs right along the Columbia. That's not what you want to take. If you want to get this view, you have to go off-roading a little bit. It's a beautiful drive, up and down, hilly, windy. That building over there, besides being an overlook, also has bathrooms and gift shop and stuff like that. Now we're at that building I just pointed out from a hilltop somewhere over there. So there it is. It's called Vista House. And then when we pan around here kind of quickly, here's the view from here. So you're not as high up from this viewpoint, but you're a little closer to the water and can see a little more. And my mom also pointed out these pretty farmlands on the hill across the side there. So this is Oregon, that is Washington. We are now at our first stop on the Fruit Loop Trail, which is between a town called Hood River, which is actually on the Columbia River, and between, wait for it, is that it? Is that all it's showing up back there? Hold on, I'm gonna zoom in. That, which looks much more impressive in person, that's Mount Hood. At this place, they have a lot of pick your own stuff, as all these, or most of these places do. And here you can see a bunch of sunflowers that they have. I think that's something that you can maybe pick. It depends. They have on their website different information about what's available to pick and at certain times. And they also have a winery. So you see the grapevines there. You don't pick those, you just buy wine. And they have a cidery with cider and a brewery with beer and lots of other things. We're going to go check that out. Oh, I should show you. I'm going to do a more wide shot here of the little eating area. They had pizzas and stuff you can get. There's a little restaurant. We found out the hard way. You need reservations there, however. That person right there standing staring at me is my mother. I'm going to go over there and we're going to see what we might be able to pick here to take home with us. It's a sunflower with some bees on it. Very cool. Oh, they did have under the tents an outdoor kind of restaurant-y area, but you could only order like pizza and beer and some wine. So we did that. It wasn't the lunch that we were hoping for, but it was something, you know. Really disappointing that we couldn't get into the restaurant. So here we are going to the You Pick section. They have this barn where you go in and you get bags and you fill your bags up with however much you want to pick and then take it back and weigh it and pay for it based on the weight. They did have a lot of these apples and pears and things that were already picked if you didn't want to go out into the orchard. Okay, we just checked in at the farm stand. They have available for You Pick, which is you pick it yourself, apples, peaches, blueberries, and flowers. So these are some of the flowers you can pick. The blueberries are going to be over here somewhere by the grapevines. And then of course all the tree fruit are on the trees behind us. So we're going to go pick some stuff and pay for it and eat it. My mom was the very first one to pick something. She loves peaches, so do I. So she went straight for the peaches. That looks not the best, but it was good. Oh my gosh, this guy looks like a farmer.
Just call me Johnny Appleseed.
And there's some more beautiful peach footage. I was about to say footage. There's some pears. Beautiful. One of the things about these peach trees, first of all, I don't know which ones are ripe and everything, but I tell you what, they were so delicious. And I had them with my breakfast in the morning with strawberries and blueberries and yogurt and granola, which is what I usually have. I just don't usually have peaches. They were amazing. But look at how many there are. There were so many. I had no idea that peach trees produce this much fruit or can produce this much fruit. That was just amazing. Look at all those beautiful peaches. They're incredible. And I really enjoyed being able to go in. I can't wait for next year now that we know that this is here, because I'm going to go back with some peach recipes and get a whole lot more peaches than we got that day. I think I only got about 4 or 6 or something like that. Even the peaches in the grocery store are fantastic. And that's one of the things we've noticed up here is that the fresh fruit and vegetables are so much tastier here. And I think that's because it doesn't have to travel as far as it did to Texas where we were.
That's a beauty.